Hey family, what's up? Welcome to the Hub. Now, today, I'm a little under the weather. I have my whole teacup here. I'm drinking echinacea, throat cut, all the things. I don't know why it is. Every time I do this, I think of the movie Get Out. But anyway, today I was thinking about feeling sick. And I'll tell you this, John Gottman, who is a man that I studied under and got certified through one of his programs, he has studied couples for over 40 years, right? And he pretty much came up with this premise of what makes relationships tick. He would bring these couples into a lab every 4 years and just see how they interacted. And, what he came up with is he could predict whether or not a relationship was going to make it within 5 minutes of meeting the couple. Isn't that crazy? 5 minutes? Yes, girl. Isn't that crazy? I know. Anyway, one of the things that he talks about is that when you have contemptuous arguments in your relationship, it will physically make you sick. So literally, he said that he could predict how many times you would get sick this upcoming year based on the amount of arguments you had with your significant other. Ain't that something? Like, that's bananas. Ain't that something? So that's my own little tip for you, that if you find yourself in many contemptuous arguments with the person that you're dating, maybe you shouldn't marry them, right? And I know for some of you, you're like, oh, but a healthy debate is good. Some of those things just aren't great for you, okay? So now on the flip side, does he make you feel sick? Has anybody ever made you feel sick before? Like sick to your stomach, like you don't want to talk to them, like this is just not working. This is not the person for me. Put me in the chat, right? So I've been there. I've done that. I remember, and I've shared with many of you my story. And if you haven't heard it, you have to go back in the vault and listen to it, or maybe join us in the Real Love Network to hear it. But being able to recognize when a relationship is not healthy is really important. And I remember the worst relationship that I was in, I ended up losing like 6 dress sizes. And I know most people want to lose weight. This was not the case. I was a size 10. No. I was a size 10 and I went down to a size 2. So that's bad math. I went down like 8 dress sizes. And that's because I was so stressed. I physically was sick. And for some of you, you've been in that situation, or maybe you're in that situation right now. I want you to be very cautious that you're not giving up your soul just to be in a relationship. Are y'all hearing me? Are you feeling me? Are you hearing me? Okay. So does he make you feel sick? So actually, this is a play on words. It's actually a good thing that I'm going with this sick feeling. So SICK is an acronym. So I want you to write this down or type this down, whatever you do, right? So one question I often get asked in the Real Love Network, which is the community where I support busy professional women in their love journey. It's lit. It's a great place. So in this question, I get the question, Coach Cass, how do I know if this is the guy for me? How do I know? How do I know if he really loves me? Ooh, how do I know? I know I'm messing up the words, but you get me. So the S in SICK is, does he make you feel safe? Put safe in the chat. Does he make you feel safe? So what does safe mean? With the way this crazy world is, do you feel like your man will stick up for you, right? Do you feel like you could be financially safe with this person? Do you feel like you could be physically safe with this person? Do you feel like you could be emotionally safe with this person? And I'm specifically thinking of a time when Andy and I, were we dating or were we married already? I think we were married already, right? So we were on Hollywood Boulevard. I live in Hollywood, Florida. And my husband is a very peaceful man, peaceful, right? Like peaceful. He loves the Lord. Hallelujah. But you know, he did go to FSU and he is a Kappa. Whole nother story, whole nother life. So I remember we were walking down the walkway in front of a pizza shop and a glass broke on the walkway. So, you know, oftentimes on those walkway restaurants, there's tables on both sides and there was glass just in the middle of the walkway. Like, that's not safe. So I went up to the waiter and said, hey, you know, you might want to pick up the glass. Homeboy was like, don't tell me how to do my job. I'll do it later. And it's like, somebody could really cut their foot. And the thing is that kids pass through here, all this stuff. So I was very concerned. He was not picking up the glass, y'all. So I went inside to talk to the owner. Owner ain't speak no English. So he sent me back to the guy who was giving me attitude. Long story short, this guy got in my face. Woo! You don't want to do that, right? I've never been in a fight in my life. I like my face too much. I don't know about y'all. So then my husband steps in and got in his face like this. And then my daddy got on one side. I said, what is happening here? Like, we do not choose violence. We do not choose violence, right? And this guy like picked up a chair. It was crazy. It went from 0 to 100 in 3 minutes. Like, it all de-escalated. The owner came out and said, no, 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 sorry, 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 right? All that stuff. So nothing actually happened. But what was so crazy is that my dad said to my husband after that, he was like, listen, I could trust you with my daughter anywhere. I was like, that's what you needed to see, sir, in order to feel like I was safe with this man. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so all that to say is, in your safety, do you feel like this person will stick up for you? And it doesn't have to be a fight. I'm not one for violence, right? It's not about that, but it really is, can you trust this person with your feelings? Can you trust them to make good decisions? Do you really feel safe with them, right? So put safe in the chat. So all of that to say, do you feel safe? That's just a physical interaction that happened. Nothing happened, y'all. No blows were thrown. But, you know, do you feel safe with this person? The I, are y'all hearing me? Can you put yes in the chat? Put safe in the chat if y'all are hearing me. So the I is intimate. Ooh, intimate. So we're spelling sick right now. S-I-C-K, right? Let's make sure that you guys are paying attention. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. So S is safe. I is intimate. Can you be intimate with this person? And when I say intimate, I mean vulnerable. Can you share some of your deepest, darkest fears without them holding it against you, right? Or bringing up contentious points. Let me put it like this. I have a close family member that knows that we are a one and done family, one and done, right? We ain't having no more kids. That's what we've decided. You know, what society has to say has nothing to do with our bubble, right? For all the reasons I don't have to explain to anybody. So he knows that that's not something that we bring up. And somehow every single time I see him, he's like, where's kid number 2? So obviously you don't care about my feelings, right? Right. So if I say, look, here is the boundary, here it is, here's the boundary, and then you constantly step over it, obviously you don't care about me. You don't care about my feelings. So guess what? We don't need to spend time together. So in your relationship, in terms of a romantic relationship, can you be intimate with this person? Can you be vulnerable with this person? We just started a book around vulnerability in our Real Love Network. And it's so important to look at, can you be your authentic self? right? If you feel like you have to put on airs, or if you have to be a certain way. I remember I was dating a guy and I felt like every time I saw him, I had to have on heels and a tight dress and my girdle. Girl, I couldn't breathe. Like, that's not gonna work. I remember my first date with Andy, who is my husband. We went to a sushi spot. I had on jeans, a t-shirt, and some flats, y'all. I'm talking about sandals. That's it, right? I'm a jeans, flats, and t-shirt kind of girl. Well, actually, I don't even like jeans anymore. So help me, Jesus, right? So half the time I look homeless. I do dress up sometimes. Any of y'all do that, right? Any of y'all look homeless half the time? Put a yes in the chat. Anyway, so someone that you could just be yourself with. So that's the I. So just for those of you who are just listening in, we're going over, does he make you feel sick? And I'm Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. I'm the founder of the Real Love Network, the #1 premier community for busy professional women who desire more when it comes to love. So S-I-C-K. S is safe. I is intimate. C is caring. Oh, sorry. C is comforting. C is comforting. So comforting, what do you mean, Coach Cass? Like, is this person a safe haven? Can you just lean back into his arms and fall asleep? I remember I was sitting down with a client and she was mad that this guy broke up with her. But after going through the process, she realized, you know what? I never really felt comfortable around him. Literally, I would sleep with one eye open. Well, girlfriend, this is not the person for you if you sleeping with one eye open around him. That's not gonna work. You want to be comforted. You want to fall back and just be in bliss, be able to melt. And I'm not just talking sexually, right? I'm just talking about, do you feel comforted? If you're crying, does this person come to your side, come to your aid? Now, mind you, I cry during commercials. I'm a little extra sensitive. So if they don't come every time, it's okay, right? But for the real things that matter, is he there? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Put yes in the chat, okay? And then the K is kind. Is he kind? Is he kind? And not just kind to you, because essentially there's something to get with you. Is he kind to his mother? Is he kind to strangers? Is he kind to the homeless? I remember on our first date, we had just finished that 5-hour sushi date that shut down the restaurant. I told him that I needed oil in my car because it was shaking. I tell you, BMW means break man's wallet. I don't want another one. I'm good. That's like a Jamaican thing. For all my Jamaicans out there, it's like it is a status symbol. Like you have arrived when you have a BMW. It's okay. I don't need to arrive. I don't need a BMW no more. No, thank you. Me and my Hyundai, we have a really good time. Anyway, so we were on our way to Walmart to put oil in the car, to get oil for the car. But he said, before we go, let me check on this guy. And there was a guy just in his car. And it looked like he lived out his car and he checked on the guy. It's just like, oh my gosh, she's a good Samaritan too. Oh my goodness. Right. So he is kind. I am really an advocate for you not dating in a silo. What I see is plaguing our society is silo dating. This is what I call it, silo dating. So it's just you and him. Here you go. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, I'm so in love. Oh, we're engaged. Oh, we're getting married. Oh yeah. Hey family, this is my fiance. Guess what? Your family's mad. They're mad because they've known you all your life, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, whatever it is, right? They've known you all your life. And this is when you decide to share with them a new member of the family. They would never. Even with a baby, you have at least 9 months to get to know the belly before the baby comes out. There's like a prep period, right? So you want to see, is this person kind to your relatives? Are his relatives kind to you? All the things, all right? So does he make you feel sick, safe, intimate, comforted, and kind? All right? So that's a very simple baseline metric to go off of when you're thinking about, is this the person for me? And for some of you listening in, you're like, you know what, Coach Cass, yes, I'm thinking about dating, or I'm dating someone new, or I'm even in a new relationship, but I keep thinking about my ex, the way he used to do things, who he was, what we should have been, all these things. Listen, I have a free challenge coming up. Yes, a free challenge coming up called the Get Over Your Ex Challenge. Listen, you're going to pick up something. Even if you feel like you're over him, you need to join me. It's a free challenge. It's only 3 days. So I want you to go to getoveryourexchallenge.com. Getoveryourexchallenge.com. Okay? Put in your info and you'll be in. It's a 3-day challenge, free for you. Send it to your girlfriend that's often calling you, complaining about her ex. Send it to your girlfriend that keeps taking her ex back in. All right. And send it to yourself, because you need to be there. So if you got value from this video, make sure. And if you got value from this podcast, make sure. And if you got value from this recording, make sure that you share it. Okay. All right, family. Keep loving, keep laughing, keep living. Bye.